More money for teachers in West Virginia. That's the result of a 9-day strike in which teachers abandoned classrooms, all in an effort to get West Virginia lawmakers to agree to a 5% pay raise. And it worked. Governor Jim Justice signed a bill late this week. Now there are talks of other states orchestrating their own movements. We asked Jason Freed, president of the Tucson Education Association, if the national movement is doing anything to motivate teachers here in Arizona. When we talk about what's happening in West Virginia, possibly other states like Oklahoma following suit, are there discussions taking place right now in Arizona about a movement?
There's enough frustration that definitely discussions are taking place. So we saw the Red for Ed yesterday. Now the campaign moving forward over the next week is going to be, what's your plan? And really the ask is to the governor and the state legislature, what's your plan? What's your plan to address public education? What's your plan to move us from 50th? What's your plan? You know, Arizona was rated as the 51st worst state to teach in, and that's not a joke, right? Even you include Washington, D.C. And so when you look at those types of statistics, we're tired of being the butt of the late night jokes, and we're tired of being 50th in virtually every one of the funding mechanisms.
Do you feel that right now unions are being listened to here in Arizona? Is there a seat at the table?
Definitely. I think the reality is that the state legislature and this governor continue to think that they are pro-public education, but their actions haven't shown as such. And if Governor Ducey really wants to be the governor that's pro-public education, and this legislature wants to avoid situations that we've been seeing throughout the country, then they have to move forward with legislation and funding, and they need to do so now.
Is there a figure that you think teachers in Arizona ought to be making? What should be the average salary in our state?
Well, it would be great for us to aspire to be at the national average, right? The national average is $55,000. Why wouldn't we be aspiring to that? And it's going to take a considerable effort, and it's going to take financial resources, but those resources are there. And when you talk to the community, they'll tell you that education is their #1 priority.
There's a saying that money can't solve all problems. If all of a sudden there was this infusion of cash into teachers' pocketbooks, would that change performance in the classroom?
I find it interesting. There's the notion that money doesn't solve all problems. We've never tried it in Arizona, so maybe we should give it a shot. And I don't think test scores are the barometer, but most people do look at test scores. If you look at the states that are funding public education well, and then you cross-reference that with the states that are having high test scores and high achievement, you'll see almost a 1-to-1 correlation. And so there is a connection to those. And the way that we make those connections is, one, we get to keep our high quality teachers instead of losing them to other states. Two, we start funding positions back that we used to have. Most schools are left with one monitor and one counselor when they should have a robust counseling staff and a number of monitors. We know the safety concerns that exist throughout the country and throughout Tucson. Having more monitors would be something that this funding could do for us. And so there really is a correlation, and it exists in every walk of life. So why we would think that it wouldn't exist in education doesn't seem to make much sense.